listening to the AFTERBUZZ TV network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, King Johnson.
From the AFTERBUZZ Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and Bing.com, and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies, this is AFTERBUZZ TV's Project Runway After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. If you'd like to buzz in on tonight's show, you can buzz us at 424-256-1729. That's 424-256-1729. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AFTERBUZZ TV's Project Runway After Show.
Hi, you guys. Ooh.
That's a fun one.
Very appropriate. I like it. All right, you guys, Bing is for doing, and here at AFTERBUZZ TV, we're doing another Project Runway All-Stars Season 2.
Yes.
Episode 2, Put On Your Dancing Shoes, episode recap.
Yes, this was a fun one.
Yes.
I like that song.
I know, and it's quite appropriate.
Yeah.
Hi, Lauren.
Hi, Alina.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you? It's just the two of us.
I know, the dynamic duo, you guys. Virginia had some fun of her own tonight.
Yeah, she could not be with us, unfortunately, because she got stuck in an elevator. Sad. Frightening, right?
Very frightening.
Luckily, she's okay. We want to let everybody know that. She got out safely, but just couldn't make it here in time. But if I got stuck in an elevator, I would freak out. I'd be scared. Too. That's never happened to me before.
And she's so dedicated that she's still going to try to call in and talk about Project Runway All-Stars with us. At least give us a couple of comments.
Yeah, seriously. We want to hear what she has to say. And also, you know, because it's just the two of us, any of you watching live, you can also call us as well. So please do that. We want to know what you have to say and hear your thoughts on the runway.
Yeah, we had a fun challenge. It was a 9 West challenge tonight. And they wanted to see some show-stopping party wear, as they call it, and it was disco-inspired, which was interesting to me because the 70s? I don't know. I don't think...
why?
Why? But I guess 9 West has 70s color-themed shoes, and they picked a pair of shoes. Each designer picked a pair of shoes, and then that shoe was going to be worn on the runway with the corresponding outfit they made.
It also needed to inspire their outfit.
Correct.
They had to pick a shoe that they would use as their inspiration when designing. But I thought it was interesting because some of the shoes that they had to select, if I were to look at them, I would not think 70s for all of them. There were some that I think, okay, I could definitely see how that could be worn with a disco themed outfit, but not all of them. Some of them were so modern to me, but that was also part of the challenge, was to kind of update the disco look. Party wear inspired by disco, but yeah, modernize it. That was kind of what they had to do.
Absolutely, because it's still a designing competition.
Yeah.
You want to see something that is wearable yet high fashion.
Right, not costume.
We're not
going back. We're not going back to the 70s.
And we did see some of that, but we'll get to that.
Yeah.
Besides that, the winning designer, this was a cool challenge because the winning designer got a fall campaign for 9 West. Their outfit was used in the fall campaign for 9 West. They had 30 minutes to sketch at the 9 West showroom and 200 for mood plus 30 minutes to find fabrics. And I believe the first person that got to go was Anthony Ryan because he won the challenge, and then each designer picked the following.
Correct. Yeah. I thought that was funny too because I think it was for the premiere when they had to, you know, pick the next person and the next person. Wendy was the last person to get selected.
Correct. And
she was, you know, getting kind of closer to the end in this episode, thinking, okay, here I go. I'm going to be the last one again. But she wasn't. And this episode, it was Laura Kathleen, right? And automatically Laura's thinking, so I don't know why I was last. Like, are people just not liking me? Or maybe because they think I'm just such a good designer that they don't want me to be able to pick a shoe or, you know, they're threatened by her. And I think it's so funny, the mentality that we have. It kind of reminds you when you're a kid and you got picked on the team last.
Dodgeball all over again.
Sad. I know. So it's just funny that it makes them think like, why am I picked last? When really somebody has to be last. It's just kind of the case.
Well, speaking of the challenge, I thought it was fun. Picking your shoe before the outfit. It's kind of dangerous, but we do it. I do it. I'm guilty of it. How many times have you bought a pair of shoes and you're like, I don't have anything to wear with this, but I don't care. These are really cute.
All the time. That's, yeah, it's not good, but I do that all the time.
I do too. Did you have a favorite shoe? Did the one stand out for you?
I actually liked the one that Anthony Ryan picked out. Hard to remember. It was like, it was a simple black one, but it was really modern. I thought that was really cute. There was another one. You know, the ones I remember the most, even though we just watched it, were the ones that I didn't like so much.
Okay.
Like Uli, she got like a really bright yellow.
Yeah, you're right.
I didn't really like that one. There was an orange one that I thought was cute. I tend to like the black ones. I don't know why, but maybe just the options that they had of those black shoes I thought were really cute. So,
I actually like Casanova's silver. It was like one strap, but it had a little bit of a platform. Mm-hmm. I thought that was kind of fun.
Yeah.
And Casanova, speaking of fun, he was pretty fun too tonight. I'm curious, who's the fan favorite?
Oh, you want to know that right now?
I want to know that now. Yeah,
okay.
Let's find out because
I'll tell you.
You know, I'm Team Uli because I like her past designs, but Casanova's growing on me, so I want to know what people think.
Yeah, did you know this already, and that's why you're prompting me? Because Casanova is in the lead for the fan favorite.
I did not.
Yes.
You guys, I was not a set.
You're just guessing, right?
A boo, a choo.
He's funny, okay?
He is funny.
As I was watching this episode, I was thinking, because I did check the phone. I was like, I wonder who's in the lead. And he was in the lead. He's been in the lead all day today from what I've checked. And
by how much and what's his percentage?
He's at 28%.
Okay.
I think following him, which it doesn't show me all the numbers on this handy dandy app, but I remember when I looked online, I think it was Jonathan that was following him.
Okay.
So I think he was second, and then it just kind of dwindles off from there. But I have to agree with the fan favorite right now being Casanova. I think, and I hope he's going to be in the competition for a long time because I think he's going to be really fun to watch.
Yeah.
He's funny. He's got a funny personality. So
he does.
I could see him being the favorite. So I'm excited about that. For any of you guys that are following along on this app, which you have to update so that it goes to the newer season of Project Runway. But while you're on iTunes checking out this app, we want to remind you, of course, to subscribe to our podcast and also the other AfterBuzz podcast as well. And we want to thank you guys for listening. We have some really great loyal listeners that I just want to give a quick shout out to. We had a really cute comment from Curly Q.
Oh.
She said, great job, you guys. Love you all. And that's saying a lot because I'm picky with my podcasters.
Ooh,
I like that one.
It.
I was like, yay, that's exciting. But what I also love that she said, which I read today, she said that we have to watch season 1 with Wendy Pepper. She was the all-time worst. The first half of the season, she is kind of quiet, but the second half, oh God, she says. And then she goes, she is a horrible designer, horrible in all caps, which you know what that means. That means really horrible. And I didn't watch season 1, so
neither did I.
am really curious to see what she was talking about. However, I learned in this episode that she is a horrible designer. So Curly Q, you called it. Thank you for the comment.
We agree, girl.
We do. And other iTunes listeners, while we're on the topic, Calberta, Toyboat77, Marini Girl, and Malibu Music Lover commented on us last season, and we hope you guys are still listening, and thank you for the comments. So keep commenting. We love to hear what you have to say.
Yeah, you guys, thank you so much. Rate us, comment, all of that good stuff.
Also, sorry, before we go on, want to give a shout out to Ron Kate, too, from YouTube. She also left us a comment from last week's premiere episode, and I love her input. So I'm glad you guys are watching and listening and join the conversation. It's fun.
And as always, our loyal supporter, Adrian at Watchtower Base on Twitter.
Always.
Thank you.
Yay!
Yay! He always gives us some positive reinforcement, so we love it. Mm-hmm. Let's move on to the workroom, though, where there was some love and some hate.
Yeah.
So Casanova from the beginning was quite the character. He stood out to me because he was pretty excited about this challenge. And he mentioned what you had mentioned to me, that he was known for designing for the nightlife slutty Casanova.
Yes, he put the words slut and Casanova in the same sentence. And I think that's exactly what Virginia and I both were saying last week on the premiere season. That is what he is known for. And it's funny to hear him recognize that of himself. He's a funny one.
He is funny. And then Suede and Wendy Pepper.
Getting friendly.
Very friendly. And she was being pretty nice to everybody. Yeah. So, I mean, we agree with Curly Q's opinion about her designing, but she hasn't been so mean.
Right. And, you know, like we said, we haven't watched season 1, so we don't know too much about her. But what we've heard is that she's this awful, horrible person. I kind of think, though, I mean, in this season already, we've only seen 2 episodes, and I really believe that she was making a conscious effort to not keep that reputation. Like, I think she wanted to prove that wrong, you know, because she knew what her reputation was. So, I don't know. It looked to me like it was very intentional.
So you think it was just contrived and she was really setting out to clean up her bad reputation?
Yeah, I do. I mean, maybe she's not as horrible of a person as she seemed in season 1, but I think it probably happens to a lot of people on any reality show where they see the season after it's taped and they see how it's edited, and, you know, it could be like, God, I look like such a horrible person. If I go back, it's your chance to kind of redeem your reputation. So I would believe that her friendliness is very intentional, not as much natural.
Well, she's, like you say, she's probably just aware of how she was acting before. So now she
was bonding with Suede.
Has it on. Yeah. She was bonding with Suede. Yeah. He's pretty quiet to me, but nice.
He's nice, but he, like, refers to himself in the third person. When he did it once, I thought, oh, he's just, you know, it's just like a one-time kind of comment. And then he did it again, and I'm thinking, is this how he always talks? Does he always refer to himself?
He's definitely
in the third
interesting.
Person? He's different.
He's different.
Yeah.
Looking at the designs in the workroom, someone who stood out to me was Kane. I thought it was really tacky with the big palazzo pants and the chevron glittery print. Did anybody stand out to you? Good, bad workroom?
You know, not so much good. I feel like when I was watching the workroom, I didn't really see anything great. You know, nothing I was like, oh, that's looking really good. I didn't have that reaction. But I think Kane's, with him, I was kind of questioning the pants because, you know, chevron's such a popular print right now. Yeah. And I could see somebody wearing it. I could see somebody loving it. So I didn't really know what to think about his. What I did see, though, was Andre's, like, organza sheer jacket, which he just did something like that in the premiere episode that got horrible reviews. So I just couldn't understand why he was doing something even remotely similar to what he did last week that didn't go over well.
Yeah, and Joanna even commented, like, this looks like the stuff that they scrub dishes with.
Oh, yeah.
And it's true, it did. Before, I don't know if he dyed it, but it was orange before. It was just scary looking. That's something that did stand out to me, too. I was like, well, what is he thinking?
Yeah. You know what I noticed about this season so far? I think because, you know, we were so used to Project Runway being an hour and a half, and with these episodes being shorter, I feel like, you know, we're going through the workroom so quickly. I feel like you don't get such an opportunity to really see their outfits kind of coming to form. Like, you see little bits and pieces of it, and maybe too because there's still a lot of contestants that they need to move quickly, so there's not a lot of time to look at each piece. But there were things that Joanna said that really stuck out to me. She went over to Ivy and was talking to Ivy about her design, and I thought, you know, Ivy was being fairly smart with it. Like, she realized that this challenge, the winner, being in the fall ad campaign, you wanted something that was editorial. And also because Nine West is shoes. It's not going to be selling this dress that she wanted her dress to be more, she said, I think, as like the supporting actor where the shoe would be the star. And Joanna, as smart as that may sound, you know, thinking
Excuse
like,
me, ladies. You guys have a call.
oh my gosh.
Dun, dun,
Yay.
dun.
There you go.
Is
Go
that
ahead.
Virginia?
Ask away.
Hey.
Hey, it's
Hello,
Virginia.
you're alive. Yay.
Are you in the elevator?
No.
Virginia.
I'm not, thankfully.
Yay. We're glad you got out. How long were you in the elevator?
You know, it seemed like an eternity.
Yeah, but how long was it?
You know, it probably was like 15 or 20 minutes. I was
Well, that's long.
panicking, trying to use my phone, and of course it wasn't working, and I started like breaking into sweat just because I was like, am I ever going to get out of here? It was awful.
Oh, no.
I hate to laugh, but I'm just glad you're okay.
We're
It
glad
sounds
you're
like a
okay.
movie.
We
Well, thank you guys. I'm sad I can't be there, so I'm watching it, but I didn't actually watch the show.
Oh, no.
Because I was so stressed out about what happened. I decided to go shopping at Target, take a little stress off.
Oh,
Nice.
good.
Good for you.
Yeah, so it's nice watching you guys do the recap because I get to see it from, you know, a viewer's perspective.
Well,
Yeah.
thank you, Virginia.
Well, then you should get on iTunes and comment later.
I think I will. Well, y'all have a good show, and I'll just keep watching.
Yay.
Thank
Okay, we'll see you
you.
next week.
See ya.
Okay,
Be
see y'all.
safe.
Bye.
Bye. That was fun. I
That
want
was
more
fun.
callers.
We want more callers, you guys.
Yeah.
Martin, what's the number we can give to our wonderful callers?
It is 424-256-1729.
All right, you
Thank
guys.
And it's up on the
you.
Heard
screen
it.
if they're watching at home.
Yes.
You guys, call us.
Yay.
Lauren, but you were...
I was saying, yes.
Joanna was telling Ivy.
She was telling Ivy, you know, Ivy had that really, I thought it was a really smart strategy.
Yeah.
But she said, you know, so you're really designing to the win and not to the challenge. And I thought that was a smart comment, you know,
It was.
because, I mean, I don't know. I could see where Ivy was coming from with that. But at the same time, it's true. They're really judging your outfit and how it's inspired by the shoe. The shoe's already the shoe. Like you don't need your shoe to be the star of what you're putting down the runway.
Yeah.
So-
Because even though it is going to be a campaign, end of the day, you're on Project Runway, they're going to judge your outfit.
Exactly. And the design of it and the look, everything, you know, how it's put together, all of it.
You know, on the runway, I didn't even notice most of the shoes.
I didn't either. That's why when you were asking me, like, which shoes did I like, I remember Anthony Ryan picking the shoe and thinking, ooh, that's a cute one. I like that one. And I remember seeing some black strappy ones. I don't remember I think it was Althea who got like a black strappy one. I remember thinking that was cute. But the ones I think that stuck out the more to me were
The ones you hated.
Yeah, like whoa, you really picked that one.
You know what? That happens because
Yeah.
the outfit I hated the most tonight is stuck in my head, and it's like a nightmare. Oof,
Yeah,
but we'll get to
there.
that.
Okay.
All right. So what else? Just Casanova being adorable in the workroom.
Yeah.
Boo and Chew.
There
He's
was
growing on me.
Yeah, he is growing on me too. I love him. Althea, she made a comment that I kind of agreed with. She made a comment about Laura Kathleen.
Uh-oh, what'd she say?
She said, she could be really nice, but she's also really boring. And I was like, I totally agree with that because I remember watching her season and thinking the same thing. Like, she may be nice, but her designs are a little so-so. I just don't see her going really
Are
far.
her designs nice too? Because that's not necessarily a good thing.
They're boring. They're boring. So when she said that, I thought that's so spot on, and I totally agree. I've been thinking that from the beginning when I saw her on this season. So that, you know, you could see, like you said, Suede and Wendy bonding. Althea's kind of calling out Laura. People are starting kind of to develop their opinions and their judgments of each other. So that was kind of interesting.
And we can't forget to mention the king of all kings, the
Yes.
designer, Karl
yes.
Lagerfeld,
Yeah.
had a little message for them. And more importantly to me, his message was like, whatever,
Yeah.
The designers' reactions was priceless.
Yes.
I felt like a couple of them were going to start tearing up.
No, Suede was like crying. He was crying.
Uli started screaming.
Yeah.
I mean, it was, even Wendy Pepper was like, ah!
I know. Everybody was shocked. That was a really cute moment, though.
It was.
Right?
And shout out to our girl, Lauren Leonelli.
Yes.
Who was Mr. Lagerfeld for Halloween. We miss you.
Yes.
And I'm sure she would have appreciated that too. But what stood out to me the most from his message was take your job very seriously, but have fun.
Yeah.
Cool.
Be creative.
Be creative.
Yeah. That was really good.
Thanks, Uncle Carl.
Thanks, Uncle Carl.
And then let's see. Oh, people being late. Andre was running really late. He was barely done with his jacket. And then Ivy, not only did she have the model
she was
helping,
bad.
but Casanova was helping her too. So, you know.
I didn't even really like what she did. I think she was having them like glue on little studs. She was basically having them bedazzle.
Her dress wasn't all that. Anyways.
Yeah,
it was very simple.
Right. We also have to comment that they did take some time out to have a quick disco break. Don't you remember this?
So random.
Kane pulls everybody into another room and, says, I just think we need, I don't even remember what he said. We need to have a disco break. And all of a sudden, literally, the lights went out and like a disco ball came out. And everybody started dancing. Wendy was like determined to dance with Jonathan. I thought that was kind of strange.
So random.
Yeah.
Martin hit it. Disco.
Hey, you got to give me time.
Yeah, I know, right? We should have our own disco break at some point throughout this AfterBuzz. We could do that in the dancing section.
I think
we'll have to do that at some point.
All right.
What else throughout the workroom?
I think that was it. It was just really random, the disco party. And then what makes it more random, I know how they edit, so I know they were playing generic music, and they couldn't
That's right. See, I don't even know if I know how to dance 70s style. How do we do that?
How to do this.
Yeah, like the pointing thing.
Pointing, and then they hustle. We need Bee Gees. Is this the Bee Gees? I don't know.
Someone asked me.
Like a disco remix.
Ooh.
I don't know what I'm doing.
I think you're adding some 80s in there.
Yeah, okay, that's not 70s. Ooh, we've got like a whole mix.
Martin.
I just said I was mixing.
Oh, wow. I'm too lazy to go to the dancing area. So we're just going to leave it here.
Sorry, guys.
Thank you for that. That was our quick disco break.
That was our disco break. Now, since we're here at AfterBuzz doing our favorite show, Project Runway All-Stars, I just want to remind everybody that we're going to have a whole new fall lineup, 50 shows.
I think we have a whole new fall lineup right now.
Yeah.
We're doing like 50 shows.
50 shows, you guys. Anything and everything you love is going to be on AfterBuzz. So please check us out, support us. We do this for the fans and because we're fans ourselves. So support, tune in. And I don't know if I'm going to be a part of another fall show, but I'm hoping to. So check it.
Me too. We'll have to pick one because there's too many good shows out right now.
So many.
So it'll be, you have to check out more of these AfterBuzz podcasts.
Yep, for sure. Now, let's move on to the runway because we had a lot of duds.
Yeah.
And a couple of good ones.
Yes.
All right. First and foremost, Caroline. She had that very revealing dress. Caroline is the new Heidi Klum, you guys. As she walks out and she was wearing a mock turtleneck dress, and that was basically the only thing covered was her neck.
Yeah.
Because she had this huge cutout, and then her back was completely exposed.
Yeah.
She got away with it, but Lauren and I agreed.
You know, it's funny because it was almost like it was so much skin, but yet it was done in a really classy way.
Yeah. But
go ahead.
The only reason it looked classy is because it's her body.
And because those are her abs.
Yes.
Now, a lot of people could not wear this dress. And just to kind of elaborate on it a little bit more, like you said, it came up high to the neck.
Correct.
It was silver. And then it, I guess, cut right above the bust. And then it went to black. And the cutout was just like a big swoop right, I guess, on her left side. So cut into her, you know, torso area.
And into her stomach a little.
Yeah, just like in. It went in. You saw her stomach. And then it cut all the way through the back. And I actually liked the back.
Yeah.
I like the look of the back because it had more of a diagonal cutout. I like that. I think she looked classy, but we both, the first thing we said when we saw that was only she could wear that.
Only she could
and
wear it.
Heidi, of course, who we miss and love.
I know, Heidi.
Yeah.
But I guess it went with the 70s theme, and she looked great.
Yeah, she did. She
It
looked
helps
great.
to have that body.
Definitely.
Guest judge was Rafi Totango. He's the creative director for 9 West Handbags. And I actually liked him as a guest judge. I thought he was the most outspoken tonight.
Yeah.
Isaac and Georgina and Caroline were so
They were
nice.
too nice.
Too nice.
It made me worry a little bit about the rest of the season.
Me too.
Because if they're going to be that nice to some, you know, about some outfits that were horrible, I'm a little worried. But I agree with you. He was a good guest judge. He didn't seem like too over the top. He was very reasonable and honest, and I like that about him. So,
Yes.
so that was good. So what about getting into the actual dresses?
Yep. First and foremost was Emilio. He had this neon silk dress, and it was kind of,
Yellow, right?
yeah, kind of halter, and then it had pink details. I thought it was whatever, boring. I didn't hate it, but I didn't like it
Right.
at all.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't the worst. It didn't read modern disco to me.
No.
You couldn't see the shoes. I don't think you could even see the shoes because the dress was really long and flowy. I liked that element about it, but it wasn't necessarily different or creative, fresh or new. It was neither of any of those things. And I don't know. I don't know if I love the combo, but you're right. It wasn't horrible. It was safe, and he ended up being safe, I think. But
Yeah.
it wasn't great.
And, you know, they had this 70s theme. We're going to continue to break down everybody else. Michelle Pfeiffer and Scarface. Why didn't anybody do that look?
I don't know.
Like the crazy suit she wore, that plunge
Yeah.
neckline dress. Rihanna
I'm
did it.
trying to remember.
Rihanna, her inspiration for the MTV VMAs or movie awards, one or the other, was Michelle Pfeiffer and Scarface. The black dress that was plunging, and she had the big
yes.
curly hair.
Yeah.
Come
yeah.
on.
Wasn't that for the Grammys? Or no?
Maybe it was the Grammys. One of the award shows,
Okay.
but
Nobody did it.
no one did it. Wendy, where do we begin?
We'd rather not begin on Wendy.
I'm gonna
I'd
have
rather end.
I'm going to have nightmares tonight. She made these atrocious plastic-looking bell-bottom pants. A red
Like a
and
plastic print bell-bottom pant. It
Yes.
was bad.
Bad. Like a scowl neckline top that was a ugly red, white, and floral print. It had some black on it too.
It was big. I think it was more black and white and had like a pop of like red in a certain section of it. I don't remember. It was bad.
I'm trying to block that out.
It was
so.
a bad print.
Terrible. And then to make matters worse, she took this huge chain belt, or she created a belt out of this ugly plastic looking chain and had that hanging from the pants. It was just a mess.
And it was also used as, wasn't it used as the, like, basically the strap of the halter? So it is it was like this big, you're right, plastic looking, it was sparkly silver chain, just oversized. I'm not a big fan of a bunch of like chains.
No.
Anyways, I think it depends on how they're used, but this was oversized and sparkly around the neck. And I just thought it was hysterical. Wasn't it Suede in the workroom that she noticed the chain hanging from his pants, as some people will do on their jeans? You know, that chain. And she saw, oh, that's how I'm going to incorporate my pants. That's how the kids these days are wearing them. That's pretty much what she said because she's older. And it was so bad. It was
just like
it was
Suede's
so
style,
bad.
which is so bad. All right?
Yeah.
It's not the late 90s, okay? Unless you're a skater, kid, don't do it. It was just terrible. I was embarrassed for her. How could she? Oh.
It's amazing to me that somebody on Project Runway, when these designers are supposed to be the best of the best,
all stars.
What designer right now that's trying to find work wouldn't want to be on Project Runway? And this is who we have.
Bad.
It was bad.
It is by far the worst outfit I have ever seen. Yes. I rather wear Mitri's baby outfit.
I would too.
Which looked like a gnome. As an adult than this.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on because we could spend all night on that. Anthony Ryan, he had a little gold and black cocktail dress. It was really tight, short, tube top. I thought it was kind of sleazy, boring.
I thought it was kind of boring. What I did notice about it was there was a gold stripe that came straight down the center. And what stood out to me was it looked disproportioned. It looked like the stripe was thinner at the top and got bigger as it went down to the bottom, which I thought was so unflattering because, first of all, it's not like these models have much going on the top as it is, and it just looked like she had really small bust, like really tiny up at the top, and then, not that it made her hips look big or anything, but it didn't look flattering to her body type. I don't think it would look flattering really to any body type, even if you had anything up there. It didn't look right. I think maybe if the stripe was just the same width up and down, it would, it has a modern look to it, but it wasn't that great.
It was forgettable.
Yeah, it wasn't special.
No.
I will say that.
Casanova, he had a lot of silk. I guess silk was big in the 70s. Hot pink dress, and it had sleeves. It was loose, and then it had a tight little skirt. And then he tried to embellish the back, and I shouldn't say embellish, but he tried to do something fun in the back, like almost a spider web. I didn't love it. I didn't hate it. It was whatever.
Yeah, I really didn't like it very much. That style of dress we have seen at this point a lot. He could have gone out and bought that dress anywhere. So there wasn't really anything creative about it, I didn't think. He was definitely going for fun party theme, which he accomplished. I think and one thing we should say about him in the workroom, he pointed out that he wanted to make something that was comfortable, which Joanna really appreciated, because a lot of times people that are just going trying to be so fashion forward aren't really thinking about the comfort. So he accomplished that, and the color was gorgeous, but it wasn't anything different. There wasn't a lot of design aesthetic to it, and I was kind of surprised that the judges loved it.
Me too.
As much as they did.
Because, nothing was that spectacular, so they didn't have many choices, in my opinion.
I think you're right. Maybe that's what it was, because even Georgina mentioned that, we've seen this. There's nothing new about it. She mentioned that, but yet he was still one of the top people.
Correct.
So I think you're right. They really didn't have a lot of great options to choose from.
Suede, he had a long gold dress, and the front was pretty simple. It was like a mock turtleneck again, halter, and then it was kind of A-line flowy on the bottom. And then the back had some type of gathering where there was extra fabric hanging. I thought it was kind of messy, forgettable, boring, but better than last week's. A lot better than his felt skirt that we saw last week.
That's right. I already forgot about that. Oh, that was the arts and crafts. That was bad. Yeah. I wanted to forget. Right. I agree with you. I thought that it was messy. I thought it looked a little complicated. Yeah. When it first came out, I was kind of confused. I thought, and maybe it was just me, but I thought it looked like two pieces. Really? When you saw it from the front, it looked almost like a top and a bottom, or I don't know how it was really constructed, but it was a little confusing, a little bit messy to me. And then you're right, the back, it kind of looked like he took the fabric from the bottom and just swooped it up and like knotted it up at the top and gathered it all up there. So it was different. Not something I would think of to go out dancing in.
Not at all. Ivy made an emerald green chiffon dress. It had a gold little panel on the top and some embellishment. And then under the chiffon skirt, she had hot pants. So she left the skirt area pretty sheer. And I thought it was whatever. Boring. Yeah. I like the color a lot. That's about it.
I agree, but at the same time, green and gold, those were like my elementary school colors. So I kind of was like, I don't know if I love that color combo, but that's my own opinion. Yeah, I loved the green though. I did love the green, and I like the design concept of having that gold panel at the top. Is very similar to what Carolyn was wearing when she came out. I like that. I didn't love the little jewels that she added, and I appreciated what Isaac pointed out, that she didn't carry those jewels over to the back. If you're going to do it, carry it over to the back. He said that's the first thing, you know, that makes it look cheap. Like you couldn't afford to finish it. Yeah. And I agreed with him on that. I didn't think it was anything amazing or spectacular. It didn't read disco to me. No. But she's also someone that really accomplished what she was going for in terms of making the shoes more of the star and the dress more of a supportive role. I thought it was nice, but maybe not amazing for this particular challenge.
Uli, who had my personal favorite tonight, made this embellished little white dress. There was some fringe hanging off of it, beading. It had a pretty simple square neck, and I think it was a mini almost. Yeah. You know, it was cute. I didn't love it, but for the challenge, I thought it was great. And compared to everybody else, it looked like real designer work and expensive and well done.
I agree with you 100%. I maybe loved it. No, 2 loves, not 3 like you said. Maybe just 2 loves. I really did. I thought it was really cool. At first in the workroom, I didn't totally know what she was going for with that like white opaque sequence. And I would never think to put like fringe on top of a sequence. And it really came out super cool, totally fashionable, fashion forward, different, something I haven't seen. And even the embellishments that she picked, whatever those were, they were really cool. They were different. They weren't just like these studs. Like they had there was some black in them. They had just a different look to them. She even had fringe kind of coming off the shoulder, which I thought was cool. The fit was good and simple and straight, I guess. Yeah. It was just cute.
And this is different for Uli. She's known for her flowy dresses. Yeah. So this structured, very embellished dress is a big step for her. I'm excited to see what else she has up her sleeve. Josh, he had a turquoise suit. And it didn't have sleeves. It was like a vest, and then the back had a cutout. I don't know about all of that turquoise at once. Right. It was all right. It was well made, at least.
Yeah, it definitely looked well made. I liked the turquoise on turquoise. I didn't have a problem with that. I think he didn't have like a gold belt or something. But when it walked out, I'm thinking they want this to be party wear. And to me, when she walked out, it looked like she could wear that to the office. Yeah. She would look really classy, polished, and finished if she went to the office in this. Until she turned around, and then you saw the cutout in the back, which was actually pretty simple. It wasn't too over the top, but probably, borderline can't wear that to the office, but also wasn't party wear to me. So I didn't see it being really great. I didn't see it fitting the challenge so well.
Lauren had a silk jumper. It was a print, and a gold little sequence jacket. Snooze. I didn't hate the jumper. I didn't love it.
Yeah, I definitely didn't love it. It might have been, well, I don't know. I didn't love it, but there was something about the sequence jacket that I actually kind of liked.
The jacket was cute.
I thought it was cute. I thought you could definitely wear that to a party. It would stand out, but it's not trashy.
And it was modern yet still 70s because of the gold sequence.
Yeah. No, I liked it, but I didn't. You're right. I didn't love the jumpsuit.
Althea had a fuchsia little cocktail dress, and it had pieces of fabric that were hanging off. Again, forgettable. It was cute. Whatever.
Yeah, I think she's really forgettable. I forgot when I was watching it. I didn't even take notes on her dress until I think the second time they cut to it or something. And I thought, oh, Althea, I totally forgot about her, and I forgot about this dress. I like the color, but it's about the same color as Casanova's, I think. Pretty similar to that. Both. But I didn't like it. Whatever she did with the fabric on top of the dress, she did just something. It was different, but I didn't like it. And it wasn't, I don't know. I was not impressed by it. I didn't think it was special.
Not at all. Kane had the chevron palazzo pants. It was this nude fabric, and the chevron, the stripe had shimmery gold.
Yeah.
And then I think it was a sequence scowl neck top. I thought it was pretty bad. I didn't like it at all.
Yeah.
And then he styled her to look like J-Lo.
Yeah. Which he said that as she walked down the runway. And then Isaac Mizrahi said it too. He said, I can't, help but look at her and think J-Lo, or he said something to that effect. Yeah. But I don't know. The chevron pants, like I said, chevron is so popular right now, so I could see maybe why he did it. But I don't think I like the two pieces together. I don't want to say I hated the chevron pants, because I think that they could have been made to look better. It could have been styled better, maybe if it was paired with something different. I'm not a designer, so I can't necessarily say it would be great with this or that. But I didn't hate the two pieces. I just did not like them together, if that makes sense. Like the sequence top, I liked the color of the sequence. I thought that was kind of pretty. Nice. But maybe if it was styled with something else. I didn't like the combination.
Yeah. Chevron, I like it too. It's really in style. But I like when chevron, like the stripes are close together.
Yeah.
This had a gap, and then I just don't like that palazzo pant.
Well, and you have to think too, imagine, like, this model, only someone in her size could wear that.
Yeah.
You know what
Imagine
I mean?
a regular
I have hips. No, I can't wear that. It's just going to draw attention, widen them out, and you just don't want that.
And Andre, again, he had that organza jacket. And once you took the jacket off, it was pretty cute. It was a oxblood halter top and a pencil skirt, a longer pencil skirt. It wasn't
Which was a different color.
Yeah.
Like, what color was that? It was like a dark.
Either black, blue, I don't know.
I thought it had like a brownish tone to it, but I did love the color of the top and the fit of it. I mean, it was
nicely made.
Yeah, I liked how it came up to the neck, and I thought it was really flattering on her. But why
cover it up?
The jacket, not even cover it up. I mean, yeah, why cover it up? But why cover it up with that when you did something similar to that in the first episode and were ripped apart for it? Why would you do that again unless you want to get kicked off? Maybe he wants to get kicked off.
Maybe he does. And he didn't even have enough time to like really complete the jacket or put effort into it. You gotta be a smarter designer. You're on All Stars, dude.
Yeah, seriously. Step it up.
Step it up. All right, let's talk about the winner and the loser. So we can get to some news and gossip. The top three were Ivy, Uli, and Casanova. And the winner was Uli.
Yay. I think she totally deserved it.
I agree.
She did.
She stood out, and really, out of all of those designs, she looked legit, and everybody else was a...
Well, yeah, and if you think about it, it really did look updated disco.
Yeah.
And that's what they wanted. And when I look at everything else, nothing to me read updated disco, modern. Hers was. So I think this was well-deserved for her.
And for the worst and the loser of the night, Wendy Pepper goes home. Thank goodness. Because
Thank goodness.
If they didn't send her home for that outfit, I would have stopped watching. I'm sorry.
No, you wouldn't have, because then you would have had to leave us.
I
so you
know,
wouldn't have done that.
Okay,
but you might have wanted to do that.
But that's how passionate I was about hating this outfit.
Right.
And the only person who was really honest about it was the guest judge, Rafi. He said, it looks like everything but the kitchen sink is on that outfit.
Oh.
And everybody else was like, I admire your passion for trying to use print. I'm like, yeah, but Georgina, that's the ugliest print on earth.
Right. No. Yeah. We didn't really get too deep into what the judges said. But if you've seen the episode, I'm sure you agree with us that they were far too nice. I was really surprised Isaac Mizrahi is not, for a designer that has so much credibility and so much success in this industry, come on,
Isaac, dish it.
This is not,
I would like to demand Michael Kors and Nina and Heidi to come back just to judge this one outfit, because I want to hear what Michael has to say. Michael would rip her 3 new ones.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
3, not just a new one, no. As they would usually say. 3 new ones. Imagine what that would be like.
Okay, so now that's off my chest, give me some news and gossip.
Oh, okay.
AfterBuzz TV
Well, what we did see in this episode, if you guys were watching, we got a little teaser as to some of the upcoming guest judges that we could be excited about.
Gonna be good.
Yeah, Stacy Keebler, Katie Holmes, and Diane von Furstenberg. That's who I heard and loved and was really excited about.
Yep.
A couple things that I noticed now with this new season starting, you can Google a lot of these contestants and you're going to see what some of them have to say. Some of them are out doing interviews. So I noticed an interview with Casanova on Fox News Latino. So if you want to see what he has to say, check that out at foxnews.com. I know. A couple things that he said, which I thought were really funny, and they quoted him, "I feel like a beauty contest." So I don't know if you meant contestant or what it was, like an ambassador to my country in some different platform. But he also says that you can expect to see some more sophisticated outfits from him, which we noticed in the premiere season. Virginia and I noticed that right away, that he was classier, stepped it up. And he credits Project Runway for helping him find his aesthetic. Nice. So that was a cool article from him. Actually, I think there's a video clip too, so go there to check that out. Another article you want to take a look at, Joanna Coles is in the Hollywood Reporter, or Hollywood Reporter Online. What I read that was interesting, she insisted on having more airtime for this season, emphasizing the importance of mentoring throughout the design process. So I thought that was kind of interesting, and I agree, because I don't feel like we see enough of the mentoring in the comments and kind of how it works out. And another cute thing she says is that she hasn't felt the pressure to be similar to Project Runway's Tim Gunn, who we all love and miss, and no pressure to come up with her own catchphrase. So, yeah, she just talks about what we can expect to see, stronger challenges, etc. So that's another thing you can check out in news and gossip.
Yep, awesome. Great. And let's do some predictions. You want to?
And now, your AfterBuzz
who's
TV.
going to do good?
Who's going to do good? Oh, who's going to do well?
Excuse my improper grammar.
I'm not good at that either. I'm going to guess Anthony Ryan. I think he's going to do really well. I think we know Uli's really good. And I think Anthony Ryan's going to be good. And I'm going to be looking forward to seeing Casanova hopefully do well. He's someone I want to see do well. Anthony Ryan, someone I believe will do well.
I want to see Casanova do well too, because he's growing on me. He's a character, and you know what? It's still a TV show. There's an entertainment element to it, so I want some laughs. And I think Emilio's going to come back and really stand out.
That's a wild card.
Because he's kind of quiet right now, right? Under the radar.
Oh, yeah.
He's got some stuff to show us.
All right. We'll see who's right.
All right, you guys. Thank you so much for listening. It's always a pleasure. And let's keep the convo going. Follow me on Twitter @_Alina23.
And you can follow me @low_Valles, VALLES.
You guys have a good week.
From Bing.com, executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.